am scavenging material because I don't have $20,000 in 8 months to build these. Gonna have the front and the backs of the drawers be 1/2 inch ply. This is for the bottom, which is going to be 1/4 inch. Generally you do this with a dado on a table saw, but our dado setup is kind of not that great. Sorry, Berkeley Rep. Anyway, I just ran it through twice to be able to do the blade width over. I think it came out pretty good. And then the sides are 3/8. Also have for the bottom. And right now I'm trying to do I'm going to do a lap joint instead of, if I had all the time, I would do really nice dovetail joints on all of my drawers, and you would open the drawer and you would ooh and ah, but I don't have all the time, and I'm trying to get this done in a reasonable amount of time. I decided to stay in my apartment for 1 more month. I don't know how I'm going to pay rent because unemployment hasn't come through, but I'll figure it out. It's going to work. Anyway, I still want to get these drawers done, and I'm not dovetailing because I don't have a jig for it, and a lap joint's going to be fine. So this is my little sample thing. I always do everything on a scrap piece of material just to kind of see what it's going to look like and if it'll work. And the way that I decided to cut this, which is mostly working, is the compound miter saw that we have. You can set a stop where it won't go all the way through your material. So that's what I got. This is where the side it'll be this way, right? Bottom with the 1/4 inch. Side will sit into this groove. Like so. And then I'll do 3 sides, so I'll do the back, the 2 sides, and then slide in the bottom, and then cap it with the front. And I'll make the boxes, and then once I have the drawers made, I'll install them into the dresser. And then what I'll get once I'm done, this will be the front of the drawer, or at least 6 of the 8. I'm going to have to make 2 more. I think they're going to end up being a little bit deeper. I really wanted to use a part of that dresser, and I took apart the dresser, and now you can't use it as a real dresser, so I feel like I have to use these. So my drawer depth is being determined by this face, which is totally fine. It's going to be great. So once I install them in the dresser, I'll cut this down with the handle centered, because it's going to be a lot skinnier than this. I'll have to do something about the fact that if you look closely, you can see they stained this or treated it, and I'm going to have to cut the ends, which means it's not going to match. So I'll either match the color, or I'll do something like a black, or I don't know, something that contrasts in a cool way. I don't think you're going to see it unless the drawer's open, because I'm going to have facing on the dresser. I'm rambling. Anyway, it's going to be the front of the dresser, drawers. This is the body of the dresser. I don't have all my tools set up yet, so I gotta do that. But I was getting my baby combo square to get the depth of the sides, so that when I set up cutting through the front and the back, I'm not going too big and it gets sloppy. I'm going exactly what the material is. So get this set up. I need to sand these a little bit more. I also need to get a tripod. You're currently resting on 3 chunks of really nice hardwood that I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with. So, resourceful. Alright. That feels really good right Just make sure that's the same. I guess I could check this way. Yeah, see you're a little tall. I think I'd prefer it to be a little bit deep and not shallow, because if it's too shallow it's gonna look weird, and if it sinks in a little bit more than it's supposed to, I think that'll be fine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because that's just a little bit less than 3/8, which most plywood is anyway. Okay. Side, and then mark all of these. Just make sure that I get it right. And this is both sides because it's a box. I haven't cut the bottoms yet. I gotta cut the bottoms. You should subscribe to my videos because it allows me to make them longer, unless you hate long videos, and then don't subscribe. But I think subscribing would benefit me, and then also it'll benefit you, because I'll look at it and think, oh my gosh, so many people like my videos, I better get better at editing, which means that the quality will go up, and that'll benefit you. So really what I'm saying is, please like and subscribe. My feeble attempts of being on YouTube. I'll figure it out one day. I was never really that savvy with the internet. I do know how to look up things pretty well. Okay. And I have these are I made these in pairs. When I cut out of the same material, I like to keep them together just for consistency's sake. In case one 3/8 or 1/2 inch plywood is slightly different than another 1/2 inch plywood, like the birch is going to be just a little bit thicker or thinner than the AC. I don't like surprises when I'm building things, so I try to keep everything together. It's all of the little details that really kind of make it noticeable to someone who has an eye for detail, which is me, and it's my house. I'm going to be looking at everything all the time. It's my house. It's interesting. I have a really good filter being around children, but apparently I don't have a very good filter being on video. Marking all of these. And really I should just double check one of these sides. Today's my last day in the shop for, I don't know actually, they're not really communicating that well with how often I can come in here. So I'm just trying to get as much done as possible every single time I'm here. I'm just pretending like I don't, yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. I'm just pretending like I'm never going to come back. Except that I'm leaving giant piles of all of my stuff everywhere. So like halvesies pretending like I'm never coming back. Okay. These 2, 4, oh see, I already messed up. Wait, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Okay, these are all the same. Okay, we're good. It's gonna be okay. Whew. Oh, and this line's perfect. I already marked it because I'm so smart. Yay. Usually I have music playing, but my phone is kind of a piece of garbage. So I can either do this or I can listen to music. And I'll let you guys know a little secret. I don't trust the Facebook or the Instagram on my phone, so I have another phone for Instagram, Look at how messed up it is. Yeah. I actually got a piece of glass in my finger by accident yesterday, so I had to put packing tape over this. So this phone isn't good. This phone dies in like 2 minutes. I have some technology complications. This is why I'm not good at editing, because I don't have anything good to use. My DSLR doesn't take video. I can't really justify buying anything right now, considering I haven't even gotten unemployment. So I appreciate you watching this, even though I am still learning how to make it look nice. Just so you see what I'm doing. I'm just making 3 lines. That way when I cut it on the saw, I'll have a guide. So if I'm slightly off, I can see, and I'll be able to stop it from messing up my drawer. Because the important thing when you're making a box, and it's like the only thing that you can do wrong really, is to make it not square. So I just want to make sure that all of these are square, because my dresser, the bottom is beveled because the floor is not flat, because I didn't undo the work of the previous owner, and I think I should have. That's fine. It's gonna be, I mean, I'm working with it, it's fine, but it means that all of the uprights for the dressers and the counters go from 0 to about 5/8 or 3/4 of an inch. There's a rake, or a counter rake if you will, because the floor is slightly raked. So what it means is when I'm doing any measurements, or any, like if I'm making something level, I have to go off of the top of everything. I can't go from the ground up, which is mostly fine. I just have to remember that. It also means, well, it makes it a little bit more complicated when I have different heights in what I'm doing. Like under the sink, I want to add a couple of drawers, but I can't. I mean, I can start from the top, but like if it's lower than, yeah, it's just gonna. I'll show you. It doesn't make any sense with how I'm describing it, but it's kind of confusing. And I can't go from the floor, so I have to figure out what to do. Right now I'm not parked on level ground. That's the biggest challenge of working on the bus right now, is parking on level ground and being able to build things in a way that works. Okay, I'm gonna pause this, and then you're gonna watch me cut. Okay, that took a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but it's fine. I think they came out good, and it's a consistent cut, which I appreciate. You can see the saw marks a little bit, so I can hit that either with a sanding block or a chisel just to straighten it out. But now we're gonna put the drawers together. That's right, friends, we're gonna get drawers, because I gotta get something done today. Fronts and backs. Sides. Don't bottoms yet, because I wanted to make sure I cut them right. So this is, I'm going to do it like this way. Okay. So here we have a side, a front or back. Looking good. And my groove is lining up really nicely. Here, I'll show you. Oops. I can do it, I promise. Alright. See down there? That's important. And it looks good.